Hello everybody, my name is Valentine, and welcome to my channel. Today we're traveling back in time to ancient Greece to delve into the captivating world of mythology. Specifically, we'll be exploring the wrath of Zeus, the king of the gods. Zeus, known for his thunderous power and occasional hot-headedness, wasn't shy about laying down the law. And when mortals or titans dared to cross him, well, let's just say he had a flair for the dramatic. We're talking punishments that would make even Dante sweat, so buckle up as we count down Zeus's top 7 most epic punishments, exploring the stories behind these legendary retributions and what they tell us about the ancient Greek worldview. Get ready for betrayal, hubris, and some seriously hardcore consequences. Let's get started. Our first tale takes us to the very dawn of humanity. Prometheus, a titan known for his cunning and foresight, dared to defy Zeus by stealing fire from the heavens and gifting it to mankind. Zeus, needless to say, was not pleased. Imagine the audacity. This act, giving humans the power of the gods, was a direct challenge to Zeus's authority. Prometheus, in Zeus's eyes, had upset the cosmic order, tipping the scales of power in favor of mortals. And so Zeus devised a punishment fittingly eternal for Prometheus. The Titan was chained to a rock, his liver, a symbol of regeneration in Greek mythology, marked for daily torment. Every single day, an enormous eagle, the emblem of Zeus himself, would descend upon Prometheus and devour his liver. But here's the catch. Being a Titan, Prometheus was immortal, so every night his liver would regenerate, only to be subjected to the eagle's gruesome feast the next day. Talk about a raw deal. This eternal cycle of agony served as a stark reminder to anyone who dared to question Zeus's power. It's a story of rebellion, punishment, and the price of defying divine authority. But it's also a story about the complexities of morality. Was Prometheus a hero for empowering humanity, or a reckless rebel who deserved his fate? It's a question that continues to resonate with us even today. Our next tale takes us to the aftermath of the epic clash between the Titans and the Olympians, the Titanomachy. This wasn't just some family feud, it was a battle for control of the cosmos. And among the Titans who dared challenge the might of Zeus, Atlas was a formidable opponent. Picture this, a colossal Titan, his strength unmatched, leading the charge against the Olympian gods. Atlas was a key player in the Titans' rebellion, and his defeat was crucial to the Olympians' victory. But unlike other defeated Titans who were cast into the abyss of Tartarus, Atlas received a different, arguably more brutal punishment. His sentence? To shoulder the weight of the heavens for all eternity. Imagine the sheer scale of this punishment. Atlas was condemned to stand at the edge of the world, his immense strength strained to its limit, holding up the sky. Every sunrise, every sunset, every passing season, a constant reminder of his defeat. Atlas's punishment became an enduring symbol of endurance and resilience, a testament to the crushing weight of responsibility. It reminds us that even the mightiest can fall, and that defying the natural order can have consequences far beyond our comprehension. Now let's talk about Sisyphus, a king whose cunning and deceitful nature earned him the ire of Zeus. You see, Sisyphus was what you might call a trickster king, always looking for an angle, always trying to outsmart the gods. And for a while he actually got away with it. He tricked Hades, the god of the underworld, not once but twice, cheating death itself. This, as you might imagine, did not sit well with the powers that be. Zeus, seeing Sisyphus's blatant disregard for the natural order, decided to teach him a lesson in futility. And so, Sisyphus was condemned to an eternity of seemingly pointless labor. Picture this, a barren, desolate landscape, in the distance a steep, unforgiving hill. And at the bottom of this hill stands Sisyphus, forever bound to roll a massive boulder up its slope. He strains, he pushes, he sweats, every muscle in his body screaming in exertion. Just as the boulder nears the peak, just as victory seems within reach, it slips from his grasp, tumbling back down to the bottom. And so, the cycle begins anew. Day after day, century after century, Sisyphus is forced to repeat this agonizing task, a perpetual symbol of futility and the consequences of defying the gods. Our next tale dives into the tantalizing punishment of King Tantalus, a cautionary story about hubris and the perils of taking the gods' generosity for granted. Tantalus, you see, was once a favored guest of the gods, invited to dine with them on Mount Olympus. Imagine feasting among the deities, indulging in divine delicacies, privy to their secrets and laughter. Tantalus enjoyed a privileged position, closer to the gods than most mortals could ever dream. But his closeness to the divine, unfortunately, led to his downfall. Blinded by pride and a sense of entitlement, Tantalus betrayed Zeus's trust, stealing ambrosia and nectar, the food and drink of the gods, to share with mortals. To make matters worse, he committed an unspeakable act, sacrificing his own son, Pelops, and serving him as a meal to the gods, testing their omniscience. This act of unspeakable cruelty and hubris shattered the delicate balance between gods and mortals. Zeus, outraged by Tantalus's betrayal, devised a punishment that embodied eternal, agonizing temptation. Tantalus was cast into Tartarus, standing in a pool of water beneath fruit-laden branches. Yet whenever he reached for the fruit, the branches would sway just out of reach. And whenever he bent down to quench his thirst, the water would recede, leaving him parched and forever unsatisfied. Our journey through divine retribution wouldn't be complete without mentioning Ixion, a king whose story serves as a stark warning against lust, betrayal, and the dangers of unchecked ambition. Ixion, you see, was consumed by desire for Hera, Zeus's wife and queen of the gods. Imagine the audacity. To even contemplate such a transgression was unthinkable, a blatant disrespect for the king of the gods and a violation of sacred oaths. But Ixion, blinded by his desires, concocted a plan. He attempted to woo Hera, his advances growing bolder, his intentions becoming increasingly clear. Zeus, all-knowing and all-seeing, saw through Ixion's deceitful charm. Enraged by this act of disrespect, Zeus decided to teach Ixion a lesson he wouldn't soon forget. Zeus crafted a cloud image of Hera, a phantom designed to entice Ixion and expose his true nature. Ixion, unable to resist the allure of the false Hera, fell into Zeus's trap, embracing the cloud and revealing his treachery. As punishment for his lust and deceit, Ixion was bound to a fiery wheel, a symbol of eternal torment and unquenchable desire. This wheel, perpetually spinning, became his prison, a constant reminder of his transgression and the price of his actions. Our next tale delves into the tragic fate of the Danaids, 50 sisters whose story stands as a chilling testament to the consequences of treachery and the enduring power of familial bonds. These weren't goddesses or titans but mortal women, daughters of King Danaus, caught in a web of betrayal and revenge. Imagine this, 49 sisters, bound by a pact, driven to commit an unthinkable act on their wedding night. Their father, fearing a prophecy that foretold his demise at the hands of his brother's sons, ordered his daughters to slay their husbands, their own kin. Only one sister, Hypermnestra, defied her father, unable to bring herself to kill her beloved husband, Lynceus. She spared him, choosing love and loyalty over fear and obedience. Her act of defiance, though a beacon of hope amidst the bloodshed, couldn't erase the horrific deeds of her sisters. As punishment for their crimes, the Danaids were condemned to an eternity of futile labor in the underworld. Imagine an endless expanse, a desolate landscape devoid of hope. In this desolate place, the Danaids were tasked with filling a giant bathtub with water, using jugs riddled with holes. The water, a symbol of life and purity, would forever slip through their grasp, a constant reminder of the lives they had taken and the unbreakable cycle of consequence. Their punishment, a poignant reflection of their actions, highlighted the enduring power of fate and the futility of defying divine justice. Our final tale takes us on a journey into the heart of barbarity, exploring the tale of Lycaon, a king whose cruelty and disrespect for the gods earned him a particularly fitting punishment. Unlike other figures in Greek mythology who were punished for their ambition or defiance, Lycaon's downfall stemmed from something far more primal, his descent into savagery. Imagine a king so consumed by darkness, so far removed from the virtues of hospitality and righteousness, that he would test the very limits of divine patience. Lycaon, it is said, doubted Zeus's omniscience, questioning his ability to see through any deception. To test the king of the gods, Lycaon devised a gruesome plan. He murdered a guest, a heinous violation of the sacred laws of hospitality, and served his remains to Zeus, disguised as a meal fit for a king. The audacity! To defile the sacred bond between host and guest, to offer such a grotesque offering to the king of the gods, was an act of unimaginable transgression. Zeus, of course, saw through the deception immediately. He was, after all, Zeus. Enraged by Lycaon's barbarity and lack of respect for divine authority, Zeus unleashed his wrath. Lycaon was transformed into a wolf, his human form twisted into a reflection of his savage nature. This wasn't just a punishment, it was a symbolic stripping away of his humanity, a reflection of the darkness that had consumed him. So there you have it, folks, a glimpse into the epic punishments doled out by Zeus, the big man on Mount Olympus. These weren't just stories about gods and monsters, they were lessons, warnings etched into the fabric of ancient Greek culture. We've seen how the Greeks grappled with big questions about fate, free will, and the consequences of our actions. They remind us that even in a world governed by powerful gods, it's our choices that ultimately shape our destinies. And hey, if there's one thing we can all agree on, it's that you don't want to mess with Zeus. Or maybe, just maybe, these stories encourage us to be a little less like Sisyphus, and a little more like Prometheus, always striving for knowledge and progress even in the face of seemingly insurmountable obstacles.